Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to read out the book The Life and Times of Gora, written by Mark Lindley. The fourth chapter, Living in a Remote Village. Gora was based in Mudunur for 7 years. After putting up 2 thatched roof huts, their first project was a free of charge adult education school. It was not intended to carry on for more than a year, 1940-41. Its purpose was in effect to bring the local adult population into national civic society. More than 80 students from various villages attended daily. The class started from 12 noon to 2 p.m. History, economics, politics, philosophy, sociology, ethics, logic, fine arts, geography, physics, chemistry, biology, zoology, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and engineering were in our course of study. It was a pleasure to acquaint the villagers with the fundamentals of all the subjects in the familiar language. The social mix-up raised an uproar. Gora managed a gradual process of socializing among the students whereby, after taking tea together in spite of being in different castes for a few weeks, they progressed to taking together some snacks cooked by this or that high or sometimes low caste host family. The process had to be gradual because some of the high caste students were reluctant to participate at each stage. According to traditional Hindu ethics, it is a sin to take food touched by an untouchable. Yet, in 1941, they progressed to giving a cosmopolitan dinner under a full moon in the untouchable spot of the village. Everyone in the vicinity was invited. The fee was 1/4 of an agricultural worker's daily salary. More than half of them who attended were Varna members. 3 Brahmin youngsters were ostracized by their families and to be given hospitality for a few days until their families could be reconciled with them. But then more such dinners followed in other villages. During a solar eclipse in 1941, Saraswati persuaded the pregnant women of the area to go outdoors together. Gora demonstrated in various villages that magnetic attraction and walking on red-hot coals are technological, not religious achievements. Lavanam and Saraswati and several other women walked at the burning coals, as I too have since done. A local musician started composing songs on humanist and rationalist themes. A few sacrilegious marriages, intercaste and or involving a widow, were celebrated in civil ceremonies and with intercaste festivities. Gora published an 80-page adult education reader in Telugu, which was later to be issued in more than 10 further editions. It included, of course, a few passages about superstition and caste, and an ambitious philosophical book on atheism that was released a 3-day jamboree of atheists at the nearby village, which had paved road running through it. 300 people attended from more than 50 villages where Gora had toured over the years. It was the first of many jamborees that he was to organize over the next 30 years. Gora's and Saraswati's 4th and last son was born in 1941. They named him Niyanta, dictatorship, as a reflection of current political trends. Even Gandhi had become a benevolent dictator, as the Congress had given him sole authority to decide when and how to conduct the next phase of the anti-colonial movement. In January of 1942, Gora founded a primary and secondary school with Telugu as the language of instruction and with classes taught by 15 teachers in 8 subjects: Telugu, Hindi, the main language of North India, English, Maths, General Science, Geography, History and Civics. A third of the 150 students were from other villages and were boarded in a set of new 1-story thatched roof huts. To cook for several dozen youngsters as well as for the family was a little too much for Saraswati alone, so Arjun Rao, a 22-year-old man from a nearby village who had taken an interest in Gora's work, was engaged to help prepare the meals. He was an untouchable. Some of the parents objected, even though they had been willing in the first place to send their children to an atheist school, but none availed themselves of the option which Gora of course gave them of withdrawing their children. 4 years later, Arjun Rao would be put in charge of the kitchen at Gandhi's commune. In August of 1942, Gandhi called upon all Indian nationalists to do or die for the cause of achieving independence from the British. Gora consulted with the staff of the school and called for a big meeting in September with the parents as well. The result was a unanimous decision to close the school in December and take up anti-British political activities on the anniversary of the Congress' initial decision in January 1930 to seek complete self-rule. For Gora and most of other villages, the anti-colonial activism consisted of a group of about a dozen people walking on a public road carrying Congress flags and shouting slogans like "Long live Mahatma Gandhi" and "Long live independent India, let us end our slavery." Gora, Saraswati, Manorama and Arjun Rao were among those who were jailed for several months in 1943 and 44 on account of this kind of activity. Lavanam also helped commit some acts of sabotage, cutting telegraph and telephone lines in 1943, but was adjudged a minor and so was whipped instead of being jailed. Gora was in jail from late January until mid-September with a brief break in late July and early August. There he met other Madras presidency leaders of the resistance and they formed in jail a committee to revive and guide the resistance, which was now somewhat in decline since its do or die beginning a year earlier. Gora was to be responsible for the Telugu-speaking areas of Madras presidency, so upon coming out of jail, he recruited and organized with due secrecy about 30 activists to organize in turn some small groups, 5 to 10 people in each group, so as to be clearly in violation of the relevant colonial law to stage non-violent and non-destructive protests in the Telugu-speaking areas and in Madras. All the activists were men except for a group of 6 women led by Saraswati. That group had only one opportunity to stage a protest in the city of Vijayawada, for which they were jailed from April to October of 1944. Niyanta, 3 years old, was allowed to go to jail with his mother. She was pregnant with her next child, who was born 2 weeks after she came out of jail. Thank you. We'll meet in the next episode again.
For more videos, please subscribe to this channel Positive Atheism and activate the bell icon.